All right, we are back at it, and we're going to next approach the dry brushing of the areas that you see that are already painted base layer black. So we'll get our lid butcher and grabbed a smaller. Now, as you've known in past videos, this brush right here, my 1/4 inch Royal Nickel, square edged, jagged, beautiful dry brush, is a little too big for what I want to get into in all these details. It will get certain points great, but then it will start to get too big, too cumbersome, and have to do more touch-up work that I really don't want to do. So I'm going to use a smaller brush to get the job done. That is the joy of having multiple brushes and knowing how to use those multiple brushes to make life easier for you. So we're just going to get right into it and start dry brushing. And I'm being mindful in the direction that I am holding the brush to avoid that crest that I've already painted gold. I just want to dry brush the parts that are black. I really want to try to avoid the areas that are painted gold. Because if I do accidentally hit them, I will need to go back in and touch up for my paint job. Now for you, maybe that's an aesthetic or a look that you like and that you want to keep. That would be perfectly fine. As for me, I'm going to keep my gold looking very gold, and if I do anything, I might go through at the very end with some oops, I messed that up. Let me rub that off. What was I? Oh, going over the gold. I might actually go through that gold and put on some Agrex Earthshade. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I'm just going to lay this lead belcher on here and dry brushing, giving it love and attention here. Bring out all those little details. And on the spikes, I'm just going to go down and come up. Down and up. I'm going to jab a little bit. And then now I'm going to take my brush across. And what I'm trying to do is create the illusion of where the light would hit those and give those a little bit more. I want those to be a little bit shinier. And as I go through, I just go through with my brush. And I'm hitting it. I got a really strong area right there, and that's fine. I can smooth that out. Just go in, move my paper towel aside, and I'm just going to go in an angle, and then cross. I'm just slowly rotating the stand, which I have the piece on, so that as I can, and I got my piece. You know, I can put it more further under the light if I want, or if you need to, but I'm just going to try to do half this side so I don't get too carried away. It is easy to get carried away because this part is just so much fun. And in the back of the helmet, I do want it to be a little bit less worn. So what that means is that I will be applying more paint because I would expect that back part of the helmet to not see quite as much action as other parts. It will be coming into contact with enemies and weapons. Alright, I'm going to revisit that area. And now you'll see I'm using a circular motion as I dry brush. That is how I smooth and blend. I'm just going through, and I can get a really good gauge of how much I'm putting on while still creating the effect that this is metal and not just straight lines or cross-hatched lines or anything like that. All right. So it's going to continue on here. We'll repeat the process over here, and I'll see you in the next.